In Robert Jordan's novels, the Eelfinn are a race of fox-like creatures that live on a distant plane of existence. To argue that they are always bad would be an overstatement. They are just alien in the truest sense of the term, with a moral code that is so different from our own. In a manner similar to a genie, they grant 3 wishes to those who are stupid enough to enter their kingdom. The problem is that every one of their ambitions comes with a price. This is made clear in the Wheel of Time Season 3 finale when Matt asks the Eelfinn to erase the memories that are impairing his memory. The Eelfinn responds, but it also erases other memories, making it impossible for him to remember his location or his journey. Despite being conscious of the loss, Matt cannot identify what he has forgotten. However, when Matt learns that the Eelfinn's chamber reeks of death, he finds another consequence. Before devouring him, the creature intends to grant him 3 desires. Given that the Eelfinn appear to have been influenced by Japanese mythology's Kitsune, the costume designers made an appropriate option in designing the Wheel of Time to mirror this source. The Kitsune are trickster beings that can read people's thoughts and produce strong illusions. Along with powerful relics like the pendant that distinguishes Matt from the One Power, the Eelfinn appear to possess these similar abilities. The snake-like equivalent of Eelfinn is called Aelfinn. The Aelfinn allow people to think about their fate without the need for negotiation, but in return, they absorb their emotions. Together, the 2 species make horrible use of both their individual and combined strengths. There are currently no signs that the Wheel of Time will feature the Aelfinn. Given that the creature in the Wheel of Time Season 3 was a lone entity, an individual rather than a member of a quasi-symbiotic race. If so, the Aelfinn might have been cut off. Humans are removed from the world by Balefire early on in the episode. It was disclosed that a Terangriel rod was among the treasures that the Black Aja had acquired from the White Tower. According to Liandrin, it can create Balefire. Elaine's use of it to save Tom provided an on-screen example of its potential, even though the show did not specify its precise purpose. It seemed as though the Black Aja member who was struck by the rod's Balefire attack was vaporized and slain in a single burst. But as the novels have shown, erasure, rather than death, is the worst thing that can happen to a victim of Balefire. Balefire is the most destructive force in the Wheel of Time universe since it totally removes their thread from the pattern. They are dead, in addition to no longer fitting into the pattern. Being wiped does not mean that everything they did to affect the pattern has stopped occurring, even though it can have a direct, albeit limited, impact on the chronology. Any activities made by a person before they are destroyed by Balefire are also wiped from the pattern, as if they never occurred. In other words, if someone were to kill someone and then be Balefired a few seconds later, their victim might be revived without them being aware of their original pattern fate. However, depending on how long ago an event occurred, it may be impossible to undo it because it eventually becomes permanently embedded in the pattern. To your surprise, clicking like, subscribe, and share will help a lot.